from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
He said you don't want to talk to y'all, but he says that he already had y'all listed as trespassing, and if not, he's going to call the cops.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out why you guys are closing down.
I don't know.
Okay. I appreciate it.
I don't know why he's closing down. I mean, why would you think he's closing down?
We've been bringing you stories for over a year now from angry customers of Catalyst Motors and from the police who tell us they've been investigating this business. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Valley News Team's Bradford Eric has been looking into this story since the beginning, and he tells us tonight that the South Fargo auto dealership is now closed.
Closed down. That's what the owner of Catalyst Motors told me over the phone today. He wouldn't say why, only that there was an investigation that led to the closure of the business. And as you can see, their car lot is nearly empty and the signs are down.
You might get taken down there. That's all I can say, is go to somebody that's licensed, respectable.
We first told you about this auto dealer last March when James Morissette says Catalyst Motors took his work truck and his tools and hid it in a corner of the lot. Is that how you're still able to operate, is because you deal with loopholes and you just deal with... Then last June, Tom Hoos, a consultant for Catalyst Motors, closed the door on me. This was when an angry group of people showed up to Catalyst, and I tried to ask him why.
I have a 1-year-old daughter that I need to get back and forth to daycare so I can go to work, so that I can pay rent to keep a roof over her head.
This stuff got to stop. This stuff got to stop, or else somebody is going to get killed, because somebody crazy going to come out and shoot this guy.
July 2015, the police were called because Richard Tamba, an angry customer, says his car was taken by Catalyst. And we've told you about this van, bought at Catalyst, bursting into flames on the interstate. The police told me months ago that they were investigating the dealership for illegal title transfers. I did reach out to the state of North Dakota and the Fargo Police Department to see what they could tell me about why Catalyst Motors may have closed down. I've not heard anything back. In Fargo, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
We put links to our previous coverage on our website. Just visit valleynewslive.com and click on this story.
Not much to complain about weather-wise today. Sunny, 60s is what we saw. A great way to start off the work week. Let's head over to Hutch Johnson to see how long this will last. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Andrea. Our warm temperatures in the 70s today are combined with very light wind across the valley. And as we take a look at our evening planner, it does look like the skies for most of us will be clear. Showers moving out of the central Dakotas into South Dakota this evening. Your temperatures stay in the 70s for the next hour. We'll go quickly through the 60s with clear skies and wind under 10 miles per hour in Fargo. Likewise, a lot of 50s tonight in Grand Forks with light wind. We'll have some changes wind-wise, but it does look overall like a pretty nice and even summer-like forecast. I'll have the sizzling details here in just a moment.
You used the word sizzling. We're intrigued.
Yes.
Thanks, Hutch. It's a tale of stolen identities spanning a number of names, cities, and state lines. Fargo police issued a search warrant in early April for an apartment on 34th Street, looking for evidence pointing them to Seth Allen Cameron. Court documents say Cameron stole the identity of Jeffrey Wilborn, a resident of Alabama. Using Wilborn's name, Seth Cameron applied for and received a North Dakota driver's license last fall. Cameron also opened up a number of credit card accounts and store accounts with retailers here in Fargo. Cameron purchased thousands of dollars in appliances and furniture using those accounts. Additionally, Cameron was arrested and booked into the Cass County Jail last summer using the name Jeffrey Wilborn. It wasn't until the North Dakota Driver's License Division got a call from Alabama authorities that investigators here in West Fargo and Fargo were made aware of the situation. During the apartment search, police found 2 North Dakota driver's licenses with different names, Social Security cards, tax documents, and drugs.
An inmate who escaped from the Devil's Lake jail last month is back behind bars. 29-year-old Kenneth Eagleman is being held on several charges. He escaped last month by using a piece of steel to break out a window in the facility.
A gas leak that caused homes to be evacuated and streets to be blocked off is now shut off. The call came in shortly before 1 this afternoon in a North Fargo neighborhood where construction workers hit a 2-inch gas line. 7th Avenue North and Oak Street and 7th Avenue North and Elm Street were blocked off for safety precautions. Crews attempted to evacuate neighbors living in the area. However, no one was home at the time.
The superintendent of Thompson, North Dakota School District is hoping third time will be the charm as the school grows along with the population of Grand Forks. Tomorrow, residents of the Thompson School District will decide the fate of an $11 million school renovation project. Located just 8 miles south of the ever-growing population of South Grand Forks, more and more students are choosing Thompson School. Superintendent John Mao says they simply have run out of classroom space. The current K-12 enrollment is just under 500 students. However, they are expecting to grow to over 600 students within the next 10 years.
Growth in South Grand Forks has really helped us out. A lot of developments on Highway 5 and south of 32nd out by the airport. We've got a lot of kids, 2 full buses basically that we bring in there now.
If the project is approved, the cost to taxpayers in the Thompson School District shakes out like this. The owner of a $200,000 home would pay an additional $602 a year in taxes for 20 years. Farmland would be taxed at $2.98 an acre. If you'd like details about this plan, we have a link to it online. Just go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story.
Los Angeles, Portland, and Minneapolis, all cities that have enacted some sort of plastic bag ban. Could Fargo join the list?
That's a discussion Fargo City Commission candidate John Strand is hoping he can bring up if elected to the commission. Valley News Team's Cornelius Hawker talks to him about his motivation on this issue.
Here in this tree, this beautiful, spectacular old elm tree, for months we've been looking at this plastic bag hung up there.
Fargo City Commission candidate John Strand says getting rid of plastic bags from everyday use in Fargo would do a lot in terms of helping the environment and making the city look better.
It's not just one bag, it's thousands of bags. And they're everywhere. They're blown across the street, they're in yards, they catch the wind, and they're going every which way.
Here at the Fargo landfill, fields like this and hills like this are dotted with plastic bags, but the landfill supervisor tells me that it's going to take more than the city of Fargo banning plastic bags to make a difference out here.
Wouldn't matter to me either way. For us out here, this is a regional landfill. All the cities that we take garbage from would also have to do the same thing for out here. Valley City, Becker County, Minnesota, either way, we're going to get bags.
Though not caring one way or the other about Fargo eliminating plastic bag usage, landfill supervisor Paul Hansen says his crew knows when it's windy out, they're going to be on plastic bag patrol.
We'll probably spend, 4 or 5 hours a week. We'll have people come pick up bags and stuff.
Of course, there's bigger issues. I'm not a single issue candidate. In fact, this isn't even on my platform. It's just an example of some of the types of discussions when you're a county commissioner, or city commissioner, when you're a city commissioner, that you can advance.
Cornelius Hawker, Valley News Live.
We asked Strand about government forcing private businesses to make the switch to plastic bags. Strand said he hopes there would be insightful conversation between businesses and the city if this is something that gets brought up by the City Commission.
There's a serious need for foster moms and dads in southeastern North Dakota. And today, people in the Red River Foster and Adopt Coalition did their best to make sure you know that. They celebrated Foster Care Awareness Month by posting blue ribbons around town. There are 308 ribbons, one for each child in foster care in 5 southeastern North Dakota counties. 225 homes are a part of the foster care program, but experts say that's not enough. The coalition has similar events aimed at calling attention to the need for foster homes, planned for later this week at Lindenwood Park and again next week in downtown Fargo.
Drivers on Interstate 94 just northwest of Fergus Falls will experience traffic shifts and lane closures. Crews are now working to reconstruct bridge decks on I-94 over Otter Tail County Road 88. For the first half of the project, all traffic along I-94 will shift to the westbound lanes while crews reconstruct the eastbound bridge rather. Traffic will be restricted to a single lane in each direction. Now, crews will reconstruct the westbound bridge deck later in the summer.
The classic combo of dwindling supply and increased demand is pushing gas prices up across the valley. GasBuddy.com says the average retail price of a gallon of unleaded jumped over 10 cents in the past week across the state of Minnesota, reaching as high as $2.11 in some towns near the Twin Cities. In Moorhead, the highest is Casey's off of 12th Avenue South at $1.89. And on the Fargo side, GasBuddy.com says the highest is $1.99 at the Cenex on Main Avenue.
Women are buzzing with interest across the country on a procedure that once was considered taboo. Locally, women are beginning to outwardly express their own desire. It's a procedure to boost women's confidence and sex lives that's just hitting our area. The idea of vaginal renewal can be an unspoken yet highly desired procedure to bring up in conversation.
Having babies just completely changes your body. I mean, you know, it's worth it. It definitely is worth it, but it completely changes. So it's nice to know that they have services that can help.
Tonight on Valley News Live 10 at 10, why more local women are opting for this procedure and what it can do to help them in the bedroom.
One person's junk is another person's treasure. So if you're looking to drag something to the curb this week, there are some new rules to know about.
Weather-wise, we're off to a great start this week across the valley, and some summer-like sizzle is in your forecast. Details are straight ahead.